This is getting somewhat heavier than we wanted to make it. So going back to Crow Eaters, I didn't write those books, so I'm entitled to have a favorite.
Yeah.
So Crow Eaters is my favorite.
Okay.
And it was your first book that I read. And as I was telling you in the car, it was a unique experience for me to read a book, a novel in English written by a Pakistani when none had existed before for the most part. And one that was as thoroughly enjoyable as The Crow Eaters is.
Don't forget it was written by a woman.
So I have a follow-up question, which I may or may not get to. But the basic premise of the book was hysterical, where this fellow called Jungle Wala, Freddie or Faridun, who decides to be the first person in all of India to scam insurance. Where did you get that idea from?
Oh, a writer is a magpie. You pick up everything. I heard this story, just by the way, of a very famous Parsi hotelier in Karachi. You can guess, perhaps. And he was supposed to have set fire to his hotel or some building or house, I forget now. This was narrated to me years after it happened. And the point was his mother-in-law was in that place when he set fire to it. So I thought, wow, this is exactly what I need. So that's how I could do that.
I also loved Crow Eaters. It was one of my favorite novels. How was reception in Pakistan when you released the book there? And my second question is...
No, let me answer this. You see, I was writing in total seclusion. I didn't know any writers. And in Pakistan at that time, there was no publishing in English, And Dr. Javed Iqbal, Allama Iqbal's son, he read The Crow Eaters and he said, oh, you've got to self-publish. Because, nobody abroad wanted to publish it. It was sent to America and to Britain, and I got a lot of rejection notes. Who's interested in Pakistan? It's too remote in time and space. Nobody will want to read these books, So he said, no, it doesn't matter. You self-publish. So I self-published. He gave me his Urdu press to publish, who didn't know how to spell the or that, We had swollen eyes. My friends and I, actually, they helped me editing it, and then I had to peddle it from shop to shop, saying, "Ji, ye aap kitab beche." Crow Eaters, wo kehte, aisa naam aapne likha hai, And it was a humiliating experience. Then we had a launch. Javed Iqbal had organized a lot of writers, and what he'd done? He'd torn the back and cover and the front cover of the book and passed it to the writers so that nobody could connect. Nobody knew me in any case. And they'd all come to give little readings. Now, halfway through not even halfway, a little after the function, and 3-4 people Banu Qudsiya, Ashfaq had read out, and then suddenly Javed came on the stage and he just said a little bit about the book. And he said, "Chalo ji, ab hum chai peete hain. Let's go to the pool at the back." This was at the Intercontinental Hotel. And Justice Dorab Patel was sitting next to me. He was a Supreme Court judge, and Parsis love to swear. I don't know if you know this. So he says, mother chot su kewa maage. I needed to finish the function, not him. Yeah, he was called to stage to finish the function. And he was very offended, but we all trooped out. Now, when we went out, the whole hotel was dark. And then we realized there was a crowd waiting outside for the hotel to blow up. And we were rushed to the swimming pool. And we realized that there had been a bomb scare. Somebody had phoned in to say that they had tied a bomb to the electrical circuits. And so we were there. And everybody wondered, including the press people, that who was controversial? Brohi was there, Javed was there, the writers were there. There was nobody controversial. Somebody should try to blow it up. A few days later, my friends started to go to Feroz Sons to buy the Crow Eaters. I don't know how many of you know Feroz Sons in Lahore. Yeah, and there used to be a Parsi gentleman there called Mr. Wakadia. And he used to be everybody's favorite. He used to recommend books. And they would ask him, please give us the Crow Eaters. And he'd say, Chi, you want to read that book? Look at page 49. Look at the language you use it. Shame. And he'd throw the book away. And they weren't allowed to buy it, you know. So then I realized, and everybody realized, some Parsi had threatened to blow up the hotel. And our community is such a mild, docile community. Of course, we swear a lot, but then we don't do bad things, you know. And then we realized the Parsi community hated this. And without reading it, they hated the book. Then I won the Sitara Imtiaz. After that, I got published abroad, you know, in Britain. It won the David Haim Award. Then, of course, the Parsis loved the book. And same thing happened with the Pakistanis. To begin with, I had terrible reviews about the Crow Eaters. कि ये क्या बचपन की कहानी है, मजाकिया है, you know, that it has no worth. Whereas in Britain, it won the David Haim Award as a literary achievement, you know. And then, of course, all the Pakistani critics also praised the book. So this does happen, you know, suddenly. When people from abroad appreciate you, your own people appreciate you more.
The second question is, I admire you as an author, and one thing that in history is one of my favorite authors too. What's an author that you'd like from the South Asian diaspora that you admire?
Well, you know, the only one who I really very much admire is Naipaul. And I like his earlier fiction, not his later books, which were rubbish. But you know, an author also loses strength and steam. His creative work was just gorgeous. You know, A House for Mr. Biswas, and so many of his English is beautiful. He is a horrible man, by the way. You know, I've heard awful things about him. You know, he was so rude he was at a writers' conference in Jaipur, and one poor woman was reading out was a little ugly. And he said, oh, we shouldn't have such ugly people at conferences or something like that. You know, he is absurd. He thinks too much of himself. But you know, that, taking aside his flaws as a human being, I admire him as a writer.
You know, I would like to interject. Naipaul is an equal opportunity offender. You know, somebody asked him, why do the women have a dot? Do women have a dot? And he said, to signify there is nothing in the head.
Well, yeah, he likes these wisecracks.
He was actually a very nice person from what I recall, and then he got married when he was old enough.
But
He married a Pakistani woman. I was down there when he was saying.
no. He was much worse before she transformed him for the better.
Okay,
Okay, see you.